Welcome to the short video that I'm going to be talking about hardware inventory, hardware device models, and creating collections for them. Um, Inside of my console, I've got a few extra different client settings for the different manufacturers, which in this case allow me to inventory additional properties. With Dell, it's a little bit more complicated due to having to deploy an application to collect the additional or create the different classes on the machines. With Lenovo and HP, it's just going into here and checking off additional item here. For Lenovo, it is right here, computer system product, and that would I check these boxes to add these additional items into the inventory so that I have additional information for Lenovo's. HP, I add a baseboard and pull in the product ID. So that allows me then to create different queries to better pull in the computers into the collections. So I wrote the script, get machine database with prompts from CM. So basically what it's doing is it's connecting into your CM site, and then it's creating a collection, or actually a folder for it to place all of the different collections into. And then it goes through, it finds the different manufacturers of the models that are in your environment, and then you can pick from those, and then it will then display a list of the models and go from there. So currently inside of my environment, I don't have, actually I do, I have I've got one here for Dell, but that's it. And I don't have any for model specific. So what I'm going to do is go back here to the script. I'm going to go ahead and click run. So what it does is it first checks for an all collection membership, and if are all workstations. It found the all workstations collection. So at this point, I'm going to pick the different manufacturers that I want to create collections for. Keeps going over here. And now from Dell, I'm going to pick all of my Dell ones. Perhaps you don't want to pick all of the different ones because you don't care about specific models that you might be phasing out, or you might care about only it's ones you're phasing out. But whatever your needs are, you can pick and choose, or choose all here. So I'm just going to go ahead and click OK to all of those. And then what it's doing is it actually went through and it collected all that information. And now it's running through each of the different models and creating the collections for them. So here you can see that it created a collection model Cole dash Dell Latitude D830, and it's using the model D830 as the query on the collection. So for Dell, it's using the actual model name. Dell's pretty good about keeping their model name consistent. For HP, it creates the collection name, then it also tags on the product ID, and then so the query itself is using the baseboard. And then for Lenovo, it tells you the name of the model and then the product. And for Lenovo, I'm using the product that was in that additional information that we're pulling back to create the query collections here. And then we go ahead and create the manufacturer collections. So now we can go back over to the console and let's just do a little refresh. There's my new folder, and all my new collections have been made, and they're actually already populated with the machines that go in them. So you can see I've got 3 Dells, 2 HPs, 2 Lenovo's, and let's go into an actual query here so you can see. So for the Dell, let's go ahead and take a look here. And it named the query for you, and so that you can see the name of the query is based on that model there. And then when we go into the actual query, you can see that it is equal to latitude E. 7470. So anytime that the model is equal to that, it will pull that into this collection. For Lenovo, it's a little bit different here. And in the comments here, I actually write down the additional hardware inventory that you need to collect to make this work. And it tells you what we're querying off of. And by default, I set them all to just 7 days, and they're going to refresh at the time you actually ran the script. So feel free to modify the schedule in the script. And then here you can see that the system product.name is equal to 80QF. So where the additional information comes is actually pull this friendly name. That is not in any of the standard hardware inventory that Config Manager collects, which is why we needed to grab this. The .version from the computer system product is actually the friendly name. And then for HP, we are using the product over here as well, just because it is consistent. So you might have different model names, but they use the same product code. And sometimes you'll find that within the certain model, you might have more than one product code too, so you have to be aware of that. I don't have any of those models in my lab, so I wasn't able to script for that scenario. But if anybody wants to donate a bunch of different HPs to me, I'd be happy to rewrite the script for you. Let's just go into here, and then we can see the query that is for the HPs. And the HP and the Lenovo, as you can see, is using that product. All right. So I hope you guys found that pretty cool. So the script is available for download out on GitHub, and the link is at the bottom of the blog post. Thank you very much.